Hi, Tauruses. Welcome to your August 1st to 15th reading. So, as you can hear, it's pouring rain. It started right before I sat down for your video. Fun. It's really dark, so we only have this very bright light right here, which is interesting for lighting, huh? Tauruses. I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. We're going to talk a little bit about the astrology. I guess I'm going to have to raise my voice because it seems to be getting louder. So, this is for August 1st to 15th. We're starting out the month the day after we have this new moon in Leo. Sun is in Leo. We're going to have a new moon in Leo. We have a lot of planets in Leo. Mars, Mercury, which will be going direct on the same day as that new moon. Thank God. I can finally talk normally then. So we have we just have an overabundance almost of this fixed fire Leo energy. And again, one of our fellow fixed signs. So it's kind of an intense feeling month for you guys. And as I say that, the rain just like kicked up, so I have to say that feels pretty funny and significant to me. All right. I could spend forever talking about the astrology of this month, but I think you guys really just want me to go into this reading, so we're just going to start seeing what cards are coming out here. I will say that July and Cancer season, all that big eclipse energy about halfway through the year is really setting us up for this next 6 months of the year. A lot of deep releases happened. 2019 has a lot of Capricornian negative focus, where we're releasing a lot of negative, earthy Capricornian tendencies here that we, especially being fixed earth, can become extremely ingrained in. So what do I mean by that? Trying to stubbornly go for things that aren't working out, trying to stick in situations that we know are not healthy because we feel tied to it. We feel we have a responsibility, something that we can't just give up. But it's having us break these situations. Also addictions, bad behaviors, negative thought loops, and ways that we speak to ourselves. So I think that that's going to be a pretty heavy focus. Let me know how those how those two eclipses in July, the Cancer and then the Capricorn one, how they affected you, what it brought up. I think the Leo new moon is bringing fresh energy to what was coming up in especially those two eclipses. It's not over. Whatever was coming up then, it's not over. That was simply the cork popping on the proverbial bottle here. Time to start pouring it all out for the next 6 months. Time of great change. I think that a lot of the all that deeper movement from below, all that toxic stuff that was coming up in July is setting up in August to be released, for things to start moving forward, because we have such forward moving fire energy in August. So let's talk about it. Magician reverse. Wow. What can we say about the Magician reverse other than possibly it's almost like over wow, the thunder starts, lightning just went, and now here goes the thunder. So I feel like for a lot of us, we assume or we think that something is underhanded, something is weird, something is not right, something below the surface isn't right now, whether that's us hiding something or somebody else hiding something. I feel it could be both for a lot of us here, where we don't really know what this change is from below, and it does feel like there's a mystery happening. Whenever I see the Magician reversed, I also feel a sense of a snake oil salesman, somebody or something that says one thing, but in reality is the opposite, is something bad, something negative, somebody trying to underhandedly take something from us, fool us. Look at this hand, well, this hand over here is reaching in your pocket. So let's talk about this. Ace of Swords. I do think that we're going to, especially because these are coming out right at the beginning here, figure this kind of stuff out here, figure out what has been going wrong. And even where maybe we have delved too much into trying to figure it out, trying to, you know, seek out the way, it feels to me like we're in this very misty period. We don't really know where things are going. And thank the eclipses, thank it all. Thank Uranus and Taurus and all its fun aspects as well for shocking us and, you know, pulling the carpet out from under us in several situations. I've been getting a lot of messages from Tauruses saying they feel the carpet has been ripped out from under them. They don't know where they're going. It feels like they're being forced to change, and fixed signs being forced to change is an uncomfortable thing, but that's what's happening, and we're in fixed fire season. So as we enter all that positive forward moving Leo energy in that beginning of the month, especially that Leo new moon, which, I mean, if you haven't checked out your Leo new moon reading, definitely go check that out. I did that for all the signs. It's timestamped, so definitely go check that out. There's a lot of interesting aspects to Uranus with it. And as you guys know, Uranus is in your sign for the next 7 years, wreaking havoc, changing our lives in all the areas that we have maybe been a little stuck in, areas that feel comfortable and set to us: home, money, family, love, relationships, things that we feel very stable in. And again, it's pouring. It's just absolutely pouring during this reading. I don't know what happened. It got so dark as soon as I sat down for you guys. So maybe we feel like we're in the middle of a storm and we don't know why this keeps happening. And I want to say this Leo new moon, with its interesting aspects, again, Venus and Leo is squaring Uranus and Taurus. We have the new moon squaring Uranus. You can check out more information about that in that new moon reading. But it's a lot of new, adventurous, freedom-seeking energies that are coming up here. It's a lot of unpredictable changes, and we need to be open-minded and flexible. So for me, it feels like whatever we've been trying to grab a hold of, whatever feels like, you know, this weird, it just feels like you guys are trying to grab hold of something that just feels snaky, feels dark, feels goopy, like in a bad way. Like, I know I'm not using the greatest word to describe it, Mercury retrograde, thank you. But I can't figure out how to describe it any other way. It's something that we can't really define, but we know is wrong. We know there's something going wrong, and we can't figure out what exactly it is. And I feel like we're not going to until right after that Leo new moon. I'm doing this reading before we hit August. So for me, this is kind of an awakening at the beginning of the month here. We have Mercury going direct, and yeah, we'll still be in that shadow period. So don't be frustrated if, you know, we don't have those clicks right away. We don't get those downloads right away. If we keep open to it, we keep our minds open, our heart open here, and we stay flexible in this situation, we're going to find a way through. Something is going to come through, for better or for worse. We're going to understand what's going on here. We're going to have a decision made. We're going to have clarity coming in. It feels like mostly to me clarity and downloads coming in. Woo! There it is. I was about to say something, and I was like, just quiet. Spirit's got it. Strength. This is a really strengthening time. It asks us to incorporate self-mastery into our life here. Whenever I see strength, I feel, you know, there's a lot of courage here. There's a lot of patience in a lot of ways. Treating a situation that has been very difficult with not kid gloves, but like a loving touch here. We can't force things to change at our pace. We can't plow our way through everything. Sometimes it needs a gentle touch. It needs love. And we need to remember that when things like, you know, when the lightning cracks here, that we have to stand on our own 2 feet and be strong in the situation. You've been through worse. Remember that, okay? You've been through worse here. So, I want to see what else is coming up. I feel like I need to pull something else. It just feels we're willing to push through on this. We're going to use that Leo season energy, that me energy, to focus in on ourselves and what needs to change, what needs to be fixed. I feel this is mostly career money focused. I feel like you guys are heavily career money focused right now. Very much on trying to get to that next level, that next step up. And I think that a lot of you guys can feel this change. That's what I feel with the Magician reversed. You know, I don't usually get this sensation from him, but it's not even like a person or someone in particular not coming through. It's this overall sense of this underlying just current of energy that just feels off, that feels weird, that you haven't been able to define, and you're like, I feel like this thing is just running through my life and knocking things down and pulling the carpet out from under me. And then we understand why here. Wow, do you hear that? So yeah, the thunder is, there goes the thunder. Let it go. It will pass. This is a moment where we have to know that, wow, we're going to figure this out. When I see the Strength card and the Sun together, that's high Leo energy to me. And that's positive. There's success and strength. And we're going to see our way through this. Maybe around that full moon in Aquarius, things are going to feel a lot better. And that's actually on the 15th. It's, you know, first 15th, it takes us right up, new moon, right up to that full moon. So, and then we have another new moon at the end of the month, just like in June, where, you know, we had 3 in a month here. It's pretty, July, where we had 3 in a month. It's pretty interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. Why am I saying that? Because the new moon is in July. Forget that I said that, guys. It's embarrassing. But I do feel a sense of relief, of getting there, of enjoying good times, of feeling strong despite what we've been through, of getting to where we so wanted to get to. There's a lot of warmth and sincerity here. There's a lot of expansive growth energy, especially in terms of, again, our own, be able to self-master. It's like we're kind of stepping up. We're taking better care of ourselves. We're doing what needs to be done here. We're getting back on routines that make us feel strong, doing things that make us feel good. That's something that you guys have to remember. When everything else feels like it's going wrong and you don't have control, you need to step in and take control in the way of doing things that make you feel good, that give you that energy, that put you at that level, so that you can attract that in, so that you can feel better towards the negative situations and we don't focus on them. So this is a month of a lot of growth for me and realizations, especially with that Ace of Swords, Strength, the Sun. These are strong realizations, areas where we have really pushed through to success because we haven't given up. Maybe we haven't understood where things have been, and July was confusing and emotional and weird, and it was rough. It was rough for not just you guys, for a lot of signs. It was a bad time, especially Cancers and Capricorns. I can say that as a Cancer rising, it was a mess. But let's see. The Lovers, wow. This has been coming up so much for you guys in other readings that I've been doing. Even in my own personal readings, I've been seeing this. And I feel that there's a choice here. We have a choice that we're being shown here in August. I feel like this is around mid-August, around that Aquarius new moon. We're being shown a choice. We're having something change. Yeah, see, huge disruption in our life. And let's talk about it. Let's get some clarifiers, because I feel that whatever we're stepping into, it's just like, I don't know, the lights come on, the sun is, it's like, I don't know, it's like all of a sudden the clouds part, the sun is shining, and you see the other path. You get it. You see a situation for what it is. You know what to do. You know. What is that song I was just singing? There's some Phil Collins song that I keep thinking of when I was thinking of your reading, and I was just singing it. It'll come back to me. It's starting to right now. It's something in the air tonight, but it's just like that first line. I wanna know. I'm not going to sing it. I'm not going to sing it. Whoa, no. I want to know, can you show me? That's what I feel like we've been asking. We've been asking and asking this. Like, I want to know. Where am I going? Please show me. Please show me. Show me what I need to do next. Tauruses, you guys have been asking that. Let's not pretend. That's been a big question to Spirit, to readers, to everybody. I want to know. Show me what to do. Show me where I can change. Show me what I need to do next, because I am lost. I am blinded. I have a big blindfold on my face right now, and nothing is what I thought it was. And August is that clearing month. You've been asking for it. Here it comes. And how does it come in? The Sun, the Lovers. Show me how this situation unfolds, comes in, this choice. Could be a choice in love. Somebody could be asking you something, wow, big. 3 of Cups, a celebration. Maybe when you're with other people, through friends. Whatever this is, this feels celebratory, whether it's, you know, you're realizing this through other people, through friends, through conversations with others. It could be that that's what opens you up here, is just talking with other people. Somebody else in your life opening your perspective. Maybe getting you a different job, getting you new leads or something for some of you. It's like, this is what helps you. I just feel like also it's a shift in perspective, even more so than opportunities. It's a shift in your perspective here. The Eight of Cups. We have to move on from something because where we are is not satisfying. And now I feel like we are seeing what we need to do to get there. Whenever I see the Eight of Cups, you know, we're not happy, we're not satisfied. It's a rough leaf. It's a rough leaf. Rough leaf. What is wrong with me? A rough leaf. I'm sorry. You know that the Mercury retrograde destroys me, guys. But this is rough. It feels rough. It feels difficult. But it's asking us to move on towards that Ten of Cups. We know where we're at isn't satisfying. There's a lot of unsatisfying situations here. And it might be that this has a lot to do with not just one area of your life, but multiple areas, 3 areas, maybe mind, body, soul, our relationships, our career, our home. If we're not happy in those areas, we're making a move here. We're saying, I want to do this, I want to do that. So if you guys could be planning trips with friends, though, you could have an opportunity come in. If you guys have been waiting to move, to go on vacation, to do something, it feels like you're celebrating the ability to finally do it this month. I know there's a lot of different lines here, but there's just so much Leo energy in August that it's not like this slow moving thing. All of a sudden it's like we hit the ground running and everything kind of just scatters. And it's like here, there, everywhere. It's almost like Sagittarius energy, which is interesting to me because I do think that we have that Sagittarius. Yes, we do actually. Jupiter is going direct in Sagittarius. So it's a lot of forward motion on adventurous energies, a lot of expansive energies. What do we want to do? Now we can do it. We're being freed up to expand, to make new decisions, to allow ourselves to do the things we want to do, to move towards that 10 of Cups, that 9 of Cups, and then 10 of Cups. Self-satisfaction and satisfaction within a group, within a family, creating the life in all areas that we want that is so emotionally and spiritually fulfilling. So where's this all leaving you guys around mid-month with that Aquarius new moon? I keep calling it a new moon, Aquarius full moon. Aquarius full moon. What's happening for my Tauruses around then? It's all taking them. Where's this all taking them? I get a feeling there's a lot of this all the things that were coming up in the retrogrades, especially, why do I keep saying that? Eclipses. I said that during the Leo one as well. The Cancer eclipse, the Capricorn eclipse of July, what came up during those, what was started during those, big releases, big changes, shifts that happened around those. Pay attention, because those aren't done. They're coming up again. You're being reminded of them. I know it. But what is this Aquarius full moon bringing for you guys around then? What's happening with you guys in that energy around the 15th? 5 of Cups reverse. We're moving on. I love it, guys. I love this. You're moving on. We're not focused on those 3 cups all that time, maybe even 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years that things didn't work out. 3 chances, 3 attempts. Maybe you applied to 3 different jobs, you got failed. Whatever that is, I'm seeing the number. I mean, obviously 3 here, but there's 2 more out there. We still have cups of love to give. We still have at least another offer, at least another door. We have something better, a better way to go about it, something better to offer, and we can't be focusing on what was taken from us, what we feel was taken from us in the past here. So I love this. We're moving on. Oh, excuse me, itchy nose, yeah. Moving on, itchy nose, that spirit, and now we have a frog croaking over here, so we're moving on, guys, and that's what's important here. I know you guys have been waiting for this, and it's stormy, and it's messy, but guys, you are moving on. Ooh. God, can we get one card here? This is complicated. I just want to see where this Aquarius new moon leads you. I feel like there's one more, and then we're going to pull a couple cards for love. Okay, but I feel like this is deeper. Yeah. It leaves you here, guys, the breakthrough. This is what you guys have been waiting for. I know it. I absolutely know it. I know you guys are like, okay, so we're going to wait for the Ace of Pentacles or the Ten of Pentacles, and then we'll be good, all right? We're going to be good. There it is. There's your breakthrough. Here we are. We're getting there. We're having the breakthroughs that we need in terms of money, in terms of career, in terms of whatever it is that we've needed to break through. And it feels for me so deeply about material. It's that Capricorn full moon eclipse, like really brought up some needs for you guys. Really brought a lot of that need for stability, that need for things to be a certain way into focus, and it's asking you to change all those things, and you guys know it, and that's what this breakthrough is needed. We needed to figure out how to change, what to do. It doesn't come to us so easily as fixed earth, and you guys know it. That's very difficult. It's not just, I mean, it's not even just Tauruses. Any fixed sign, I know Leo's reading that came up a lot, is that they're being asked to change and shift. And it's like the end of the semester when your professor is like, oh crap, we never got through all this stuff. Time to give you 10 assignments and you have to finish them in a week. Or, you know, 10, you have to do all this stuff and you have such a limited amount of time to do it. And so you're rushing through it and you need to work through it. It's like all of a sudden everything is going in all these directions. Again, Leo season hit and it was like, bam, there you go. And really what's the most important of it, the big break, you know, what we've been waiting for. The money, the stability, the security. We know that we're going to be able to get it. We're getting some type of leg up, you know, a step up in terms of career, in terms of money, in terms of our earnings. Maybe a gift, something coming. I don't know how it comes in, guys, but it feels like, yes, thank God. Oh my God, there it is. I've been waiting for this. I needed this. This is what you needed. This was, and I feel like for a lot of you, it's information about what to do. It's just like downloads, like, wow, why didn't I see it that way? Why didn't I think of it that way? Why wasn't I able to see what I really do have, what I really have accumulated, and where I can go with it? Again, Itchy knows, I love the Ace of Pentacles. You guys know that. I mean, what earth sign doesn't love the Ace of Pentacles, you know? Especially fixed earth. This is what you've wanted. This is the path of material gain and attainment of your wealth and prosperity, you know, coming into your life here, being open to you. Absolute prosperity, abundance. I love it. So let's move on to love now. Now that we know that we're going through that breakthrough, I know you guys are like, all right, let's just get a couple cards on love. I don't even care. Let's just go. So let's just get a couple cards on it. We're just going to get a couple with the Hobbit deck, okay? So I got this deck last August, I believe. So let's see. Love and relationships for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 1st to 15th. What do they need to know? Please don't let this one be confusing, complicated. I'm not asking it to be that way, but I'm just like, oh, I really hope it's not, because it feels like there's just so much else going on. Love and romance for Taurus is what we're getting here. Yeah, Seven of Cups wants to be upright or reverse. I can't even tell. It's one of those months. It's one of those retrogrades. To me, it feels like we have a lot of options and we need to narrow them down for those of you guys who are single. If things have been confusing in relationships, we're really looking at why it's confusing, how to approach things differently. There might be some issues in the relationship where you guys are asking yourself or, you know, the other person, you know, what can we do or what can I do to make this better, to work on things. We're looking at new approaches, just to communicating, I think, in a relationship here. Ooh, Nine of Swords reverse comes out, though, so this is not a nightmare. Whatever is going on, whatever confusion, it is not as bad as you think it is, okay? It's not like someone's cheating, doing something behind your back. When the Nine of Swords is reversed, it's really all in our heads, especially with that Seven of Cups reversed. And I think that we're going to be realizing that this month, is that a lot of the fear, that Nine of Swords, lack of sleep, stressing out, anxiety cries, breakdowns have been about nothing. They've been about the energy in the universe. And it's really, oh my God, see, Itchy nose, guys, it's killing me. And that like never happens. Anyways. Ten of Swords. There's painful endings here. Yeah, there are endings. But I feel for a lot of us, the worst has come and gone. And that we might just be feeling the effects of those swords in the back here. And we're having to let go of certain situations. It doesn't feel that bad. There's karmic endings. If you were in a karmic relationship that was confusing and messy, I think that you're ready to let it go. Or if you were stuck on a relationship that, or on a person that was confusing and you just couldn't seem to understand or get over, to me it feels like there's a significant amount of letting go here. And where's this taking you guys? For love and relationships, love and romance. The Hierophant. Listen to yourself, listen to your gut. Take things slow. Do what you're comfortable with this month. This is a focus on you, listening to your higher self, your guides. Obviously with that owl and Shadowfax figure there. He's going within. He's got his eyes shut. He's doing things based on his feelings, on his intuition. And that's what you guys need to do. The Hierophant is also your card. And around that Aquarius full moon on the 15th, We get 10 of coins, a lot of stability, something wonderful. Maybe new home. If you guys have been wanting to move in together, if you've been needing money, you need more abundance for your relationship, or a lot more physical abundance and fun, this is good. We're having a lot of, I guess again, you know, pentacles are about body or physical. So I do see the 10 of Pentacles also as kind of a good times physically card with your partner or whoever you're interested in. I also see it as a card of building a stable life together, you know, having it all. You know, this is the meat and the potatoes of a relationship, really. This is, you know, not just all that passionate, sexy energy, but it's, you know, I have a good time with you. Let's hang out. Let's, you know, go to our favorite place. Let's go out into nature. Let's, you know, look at new homes together. Let's build a wonderful life together and, you know, do the Netflix and chill. And it just feels good. It feels really stable and comfortable. And this is what you guys were looking for. And that's what you're realizing here. And that's what you know that you want. But again, with 2 10s in a reading here, some of us might be breaking out of old comfortable situations, and we need to rely on ourselves during the midst of all this change. Karmic endings with 2 10s. We always get 2 10s in a reading. It's interesting how that is, huh? But I'm gonna pull one more here. So now I know that the fixed signs this month are going to be long. So I thought your reading was going to be this long. But here we are. Oh my god. It's about balancing out a relationship. I'm sorry guys. Itchy nose. It's killing me. 6 of coins though is talking about the give and take, the balance of a relationship. For me, it's a lower echo of the Justice card. And with these 2 10s here and Hierophant, to me this talks about our need to make sure that we're balanced in these areas. You know, we need to come into a new sense of that in this relationship. We need to overcome some painful endings and move on from the past here. Cultivate something that is more abundant and less hurtful. We need to make sure we're on the same page. And again, whenever I see 6s upright, I always feel that this is very important to our life path, our soul path, and that we are on the right track. I always see it as kind of a little message from Spirit to say you're on the right track, trust in yourself. Whatever you're learning now will help you in the future in terms of love. It also is important to make sure that you find that the relationship is balanced. If it's not, you need to work on that. The give and take, you know, how much they put in versus how much you put in. Versus needing to appreciate each other in terms of maybe gift giving. I mean, it is Leo season. There's a lot of gift giving going on. A lot of abundance. So be careful not to spend too much for some of you guys. But overall, let's get a romance angel card here. Let's get a romance angel. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for love. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Whenever I see this, it's not so much about religion for me, but about 2 people coming from 2 very different places. You might realize the person that you're with, the person that you've been hung up on, is somebody that really isn't on the same path as you, that really doesn't align with you in some really big ways. There's just differences between you guys that can't be reconciled sometimes. It could also mean that we're about to come into somebody that is very different from us. We're interested in somebody that is different than our usual suspects. What wants to come out here? Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. We're getting out of codependent situations. I think that a lot of us are finding our own independence here. And maybe that's what the universe has been asking us to do in terms of our love life, is to cultivate more independence, find people more like us in our surroundings instead of just focusing on our love life and focusing on just that one person. It's about realizing if you are in a codependent relationship that sometimes that holds you back and that you need to push forward through that and not be so codependent. Sometimes that is the word I'm looking for. We might look for that kind of relationship and we need to move beyond that. addictions in our relationships, addictions, you know, maybe somebody in our life is also addicted to drugs or alcohol or something, but there needs to be a lessening of something and cultivating your own independent spirit. And I will say that Leo season's perfect for that, so do that. Let's now pull a Halloween oracle. Stacey DeMarco Halloween oracle. Let's see messages of advice and guidance from your higher self, your spirit guides, anything that you guys need to know, that Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus need to know for August 1st and 15th, 2019. Advice, messages. Oh. Okay, winter. The sacredness of pausing. Fun, right? So you haven't been paused long enough, I guess. But I mean, I feel that that pause during Cancer season, that pause during retrograde, is going to make a lot of sense. And that's really what this is saying. It's going to make sense. So you're going to realize why things might have been paused here. Okay, so should the winter card appear to you, it's time to let what no longer serves you die away. Where it seems natural and right to let things that have been that have been bothering you for some time die back, take real action to change those things. Anything that is superfluous, extra, and burdensome, release it. So, Taurus, it's time to release the burdens. It's time to do that if you're still in this pause. And I think that a lot of you guys are going to realize that in that pause period, you're coming out of it and you're like, wow, I'm lighter. And now I understand why I had to go through that, and it felt so dark and confusing and stagnant. But sometimes we need those moments in life so that we can get ready for that next big kick up there, okay? Our next big come up. All right, Taurus, so those are your messages for August 1st through 15th of 2019. I wish you guys nothing but the best. If you want to book a private reading, all that information is right below this video in the description box. If you are a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you can get $10 off of any 30-minute or longer reading for the duration of your birth season. I will be away August 8th through 15th. I will be in Scotland, so I will not be doing any readings then. So I'll be putting out a message a little bit before then just to remind you guys that if you want to book private readings, now is the time, and not to wait till a few days before I leave. Alrighty guys, well, thank you so much. If you want to get 20% off of your Teespring order, you can use the code LEOSZN. And have a wonderful first half of August, guys. Definitely check out your new moon reading. Check out your readings for your Sun, Moon, and Rising, as if it doesn't resonate with you, don't take the messages. They're not meant for you, and you can check out your other placements like I was just saying. All right, thank you so much, my amazing Tauruses. I appreciate you guys so much. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and have a blessed first half of August. Namaste.